has to be value on the things of God. There has to be value on the gospel. You must solicit value.
There really is no room for subjectivity in the word, unless if your opinion is aligned to the word of God.
And the ravens brought him bread in the flesh and in the morning, and bread in the flesh in the evening. You can tell that the ravens didn't just bring for the whole day. They didn't bring for the what? Because you have to depend on him daily, every moment. Sometimes God sends you to a place that he knows that there's going to be a drought, but you have to depend on him when you are there. It's always important to journey this thing with God. Don't say, you see, many times that's one of the things that I used to struggle and still struggle. You believe God by faith, and then God comes through, and then sometimes it's like you chill and then you just forget God and you're on autopilot. You are not still engaging God daily. God always wants to give us the first mover advantage. That's what he wants to do when we journey with him. He wants to give us the first move advantage. We know what's happening. We make the first move. That's why walking with him is so important in every day. Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell where? There is a place called what? There is a place called there where God has already provided for you. You need to arise and take steps of faith to that place called there. By you appropriating or doing what the word of God says pertaining to that particular thing. He says, I've commanded the what? A widow. Do you see when it comes to God that this thing of giving his children, it's not an option or whatever. It's a commandment. In Zarephath, are you telling me that they are not rich people? He has commanded a widow. This widow had no options. It's like a divine right. How can he take care from the widows? He's so heartless. How dare he does that? They want our money. So if you're reading about this, you would think, maybe this widow has money. The husband might have been bowling. It's a it's a Mandela situation. They had money. There was some form of money. Let's go ahead. Let's read about the widow. He says, so he arose and went to Zarephath, and when he had come to the gate of the city, right, behold, a widow woman was gathering sticks. Already, if it was me, to be honest, I think I would have failed this test. Knowing myself, I would have failed this test. I'm seeing her, she's gathering sticks. I'm like, this is how we miss God. Because we make imaginations of things that God has told us by faith. And if we've already made up our mind that that is the way things would go, if it appears in a contrary nature, we might miss what God is not God. Because we have put God in a box that he should operate in this way. Because he meets her in the city. That's the first thing that you meet. He meets this woman on the city, and this widow is gathering sticks. I would have wanted to see her on a camel with chariots, with some form to show that there is something for us to chill, because it says to sustain thee. It's now referring to a period of sustenance. It's now referring to a period of sustenance that is equal to the what? To the drought. That is equal to the what? Because after this, you don't find him going anywhere. You don't find him going anywhere. He's trying to draw the woman to reach out towards God. What God is doing here is, dude, we should be asking water from you. You just spoke about the drought. And the water is a scarce commodity. And that's the first thing you are asking. And you are commanding me. He maintains the language. Why does God do that? He's trying to draw the woman to reach out towards God. The lesser is always blessed by the greater. That's how it works. The truth of the matter is, it's not, you realize that it's not Elijah who wants to be sustained here. It's the way he prompts her. He prompts her from that place of lack, from that place of not having. That's why God, even when he wants to bless you, he wants to take, it's like he's taking away from you. Similar thing with Jesus. What did he say? What do you have? We have a small boy's lunch. We would have expected, if it was me, guys, we can't take from kids' ministry. God says, no, let's take from that lunch. That's how God does it. Because God never gives someone who does not have. God doesn't give someone. He wants your mind to know that you have. You always have. So he always wants you to see from the eyes of the Spirit. Because grace always tells you you always have. So he wants to change your scarcity mindset. He wants to deal with scarcity. Because the world of the generous gets larger and larger. The world of the scarcity gets smaller and smaller. That's how it works.